Fabio Wardley knocks out Nick Webb in the very first round under Kid Galahad and Jazza Dickens undercard. A match from Fight Camp. So the fight started, both men came out the blocks. Well, Nick Webb came out the blocks throwing bombs. He was trying to take Fabio out. Nick obviously came to this fight with a lot of confidence after knocking out Mekhi Phifer. He got in the ring, and while Fabio was doing his ring walk, Webb did not break his gaze for a single second. He was staring dead at Wardley. He was looking at him the entire time throughout Wardley's ring walk. Wardley got in the ring, ran till the ref was giving him instructions. Nick was staring dead at this boy. He wanted to take his head off. And Fabio did not look intimidated one bit. Fabio, he eventually got into the staring contest, and yeah, they were staring each other down. It was pretty intense stuff, very intense stuff. So yeah, the fight starts and Webb was on him. He was on him, trying to take his head off, throwing bombs. Eventually he got Fabio onto the ropes and he managed to land a little uppercut on Fabio, and Fabio retreated a little bit. He must have felt that, because Nick ain't exactly a heavy puncher, but he does pack a little bit of a pop in those. So Webb was just applying pressure, double jab and chopping right hands, but the right hands weren't landing. He was landing the jabs, but the right hands, Fabio was managing to duck those. Webb was obviously trying to catch Fabio when he ducks to his right, because Fabio likes that little maneuver where he keeps his hands down and he ducks to his right. That's why Webb was loading up on those chopping right hands. He managed to land a few of those on Wardley, but Wardley remained unhurt. They weren't as flush as the Molina shots Wardley ate, which visibly hurt him. This wasn't those. I think Webb landed about 2 or 3 right hands on Wardley, but Wardley remained unfazed by them. He remained quite calm in the eyes of adversity again though, which is something I'll give him credit for. Webb was trying to go to town, but he wasn't really landing that much shots. He managed to get through with a couple of uppercuts and some right hands, but nothing too dramatic. But still, he was getting through here and there and had Wardley looking quite ragged for the very first 2 minutes. It was an ugly fight with just Nick Webb trying to land his right hands, backing Wardley up. So eventually Wardley thought, you know what, nah, this has gone on far too long. Flipped Webb onto the ropes, because obviously Webb was backing him up once again. Monster right hook to the body, which definitely caught Nick Webb's attention, and then he followed it up with a flurry to the head, and he had Webb going from there. And you know the rest. You've seen Nick's chin. We've seen Nick's chin in action before. Nick was knocked out. The follow up from Wardley, it could have been a bit cleaner, but it was definitely deadly. It was lethal. It was effective because he got his man out of there. So I can't really complain much. As soon as he had his man going, he went for the kill, which you gotta give him credit for. We've seen the predatory finishing against Simon Vallily, the cruiserweight guy he fought before. Now we've seen it here against Nick Webb. Even though the Vallily one was a lot more cleaner, the Nick Webb one was equally as effective. So credit to Wardley.
Well, it was good to get the finish, don't get me wrong. I took a few punches on the way in. Wasn't the cleanest of knockouts, wasn't the cleanest of performances, but sometimes you just got to go in there and get the job done, and that's what tonight was all about.
So what's next for Wardley though? He said he wants the British title next, but Joe Joyce has that. He wants Joe Joyce to vacate the title so he fights for it, which doesn't make much sense. You either want to fight Joe Joyce if you want the British title, or you don't want the British title. It's simple as that. What he means is Joe Joyce is going to want to fight for the world title rather than defend the British title against him. But Joe Joyce ain't fighting for the world title tomorrow. Joe Joyce is free. He's free. He doesn't have anything going on. He can defend his British title, Just call that Joe Joyce if you want the British title, In my opinion, that's a bridge too far for him right now. I wouldn't put Wardley anywhere near Joe Joyce at this moment in time. So he can just forget the British title for now unless Joyce vacates it. That's me speaking from as a fan. Obviously I want to see Joyce Wardley, but I know Wardley's going to lose that fight. But if I'm speaking as Wardley's manager, yes, Stay clear of the juggernaut for now, for at least the next 2 years. I like Wardley, he's a good prospect, but he needs to learn. And he would not learn now by going up against the Joe Joyce. That would just be a brutal beatdown, in my opinion. What say you? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section as usual. What you think of the Webb Wardley fight? What you think of the British title situation? Who do you want Wardley to face next? Any interesting suggestions? Carlos Takam perhaps? Yeah, that's a good fight. That just came into my mind right now. Maybe a Carlos Takam Wardley fight. That's a good one. Anyways, thoughts down in the comment section. Give me that like as usual. Subscribe if you're new around here. Have that notification bell on as well so you know exactly what's going on up here. Twitter !UK. I'm out.